What's up, YouTube fam? It's Dark Angel's Journey. I'm Shakira. Yeah, it's been a while. I hope you missed me. Um, April was a bit of a rough month for me. Just emotionally, it's the month. It's pretty much the month my mom died last year, so I haven't really felt a lot of motivation to do a lot of things. I did try to trade a bit, not a bit. I tried to trade during that time. It was just a bad idea. You just don't see things clearly and you just, lose. And that's okay. So, I figured we'll do a bit of a quick just rundown and then I will be going on vacation next week. And so the 17th, I'll be on vacation. So no videos during that time for another week. And then after that, I'll start talking about May. But in the meantime, I just wanted to share how I'm doing so far oh, and the setups that have made the most sense to me. I am feeling a lot better since April. Spent a lot of time thinking and feeling and just being in the moment because, grieving is, or I should say, grief is different for everybody. So, and this is technically my first real, well, I guess I can, my kitty too. 2024 was kind of mean to me when it comes to losing loved ones, but that's all right. Anyway, so enough about that fun, and let's take a quick look at how we're doing. So I'm making myself a little tiny. All right, so just took a screenshot of my April calendar that I am making myself even tinier. Yep, of my April calendar, so you can see clearly how I've been doing. All right, so a lot more red than green. And let's see, how many greens did we have in April? We had a 670 on the 7th, 150 on the 15th, 697 on the 23rd, and 152. So not a great month for me. I think I ended it with let me look at my documentation here. So for the month of April, monthly returns, I ended it with a 1501.75 in the negative. So yeah, it all added up for April. So far, March has been my only profitable month. And well, May just started and it's looking a lot better so far, but we just started. So I'm hoping for a lot more positive returns. I haven't traded very much in May. So far I'm up about $1,000 and still in drawdown about 610 overall for the year. Um, so I'm slowly working my way through a setup that will make sense for me. So just to let me take a quick, and I'm doing it this way because sometimes when I try to switch between the views, it just doesn't work very well. All right, so let me take a screenshot of May so you can see that as well. Well, I took one trade today and that was a loss. So I decided to close out for the day because it's a little too choppy for me. And I was hoping that after the chop that they were running through, they would want to continue up because my bias is still bullish, like still very, very bullish. But that's all right. You know what's funny? Um, I've closed for the day, but they just did a sweep. And if I see what I want to see, then I could have taken another the trade that I like to trade lately. So you see on the first, I got a 315, and then my second trade, my first trade of the week was a 907.70, just one trade. I mean, technically I could have gotten way more off of that trade. It was beautiful. It just shot off. It was perfect. And then nothing on I didn't trade on yesterday or Thursday. And then I took one losing trade just now. So I figured I'd let me just close out for the week and not stress about it. But let me just show you the trades that that I just took to lose, this one right here, technically this is sitting at the top of a 5 minute, a 15-minute fair value gap, and they closed above it. So I was expecting them, and they left me a bit of an order block. So I was expecting them to continue back up. But because they're being so choppy, as we see, they've rolled over, you know, and down is the way they want to go right now. So I'm not gonna fight that. But let me show you exactly what a clean trade, this is all crap, really. A clean trade has looked to me in the last like week or so. So, and let me use this one so it's not so let me take that off. So it's not so full of lines. So yesterday, and this is the second time I've seen, this is a 2 minute chart. This is the second time I've seen this particular setup this week that I really like. So what's happened? They've dropped considerably. They've swept a lot of lows. Beautiful. I love a good sweep. And then what I really like about this type of setup is after they've swept, they kind of like set up a pseudo high here, then they sweep that. And then they kind of set up a one candle here. And, on Tuesday, I took a similar trade and I would have taken this and run up. I wasn't logged in yesterday. When I saw it, I was like, that's going to be juicy. And my general desire is to reach for the equal highs up here. So I would have been okay with that. As you can see, it would have been, once they set this up, we would have gotten in, sat in a little bit of drawdown, and then it would have shot up. So then basically what would have happened is, as we took this high out, I would have set my stop loss. I would have set my stop like right about there, just to, lock it in. And that, that this movement to this high is literally just about where, I apologize, 1 second, would have been just about, if they were going to do anything silly, they could have paused to return. So I would have wanted to see some strength moving up. So I would have sat here and then expected them to come back down and then respect this fair value gap here and not even bother to come touch these guys, which they didn't do. So that was nice. And then, of course, it just kind of took off, but I would have been fine with that, perfectly fine. And look at that, it just kept going. Nice. Beautiful. So that's the trade that I saw. So in my mind, sweep, a shift on the 1 minute, show me that you want to continue up and then take that order block. So that's not the trade that I took today, which is why it failed miserably in my face. And then I don't know what happened on Wednesday. So Tuesday, I took that exact type of trade. So let's take a look at it. So Tuesday in the morning, similar situation. We've swept, beautiful, shift. We formed this. We respected this guy, and we moved above that. So again, I set my entry right at the top of that thing. This one I did take. That's where I got that 900, and then I literally just aimed for just there. That's all it took. That's all it took. There was a new week opening gap there that I was just aiming for. So that's all I took. So once it moved, I locked it in. And actually, I was in the process of moving it up more, but then it tagged me out. And hey, I'm a happy camper with my profits, so that's all right. So that's kind of, like my A plus setup that I'm looking for. And I had also been trading that setup where I look for a 15-minute fair value gap, and then once they disrespect it, and then show me, a candle above it, then, that would have been good. So being bullish, the trade I took today was literally sitting here on this bullish fair value gap. SIBI, sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. But look, they want to go down. So, hey, I'm not mad at that. I shot my shot, and that's all that matters. Right. So, again, on the 1 minute, what I was looking at was we'd swept we'd swept these, which is nice. And given that, I should have taken it here. That's, in hindsight, I should have taken it there. And sometimes when the wick's really long, like right there, and it would have stopped me out too if I'd taken it at the wick. Midpoint of the wick sometimes can be really good. I might have been like too worried about it and like did that. And then I might have done something like this. And then once we like broke above it, and I would have moved my stop up to lock some in, but I didn't do that. Oh, at the time I wasn't looking at this fair value gap. I was looking at a different one, the one just below it. Anyway, so I ended up taking this trade right there at this order block with the expectation that they would want to continue down. So they chose not to, and technically this would have been a nice short, and that's the behavior that you want. So once I took it, I wasn't getting the decent closes above, then it's almost like my charts on my Thinkorswim account are a little off because none of these, from what I can see here, none of these closed above this. Let's go back up to the 15 minute and just make sure okay, there. I did not set it properly. Right there, and then right there. Oh, sorry. I hadn't like set this up here. Let me make my face a little smaller. Like I said, it's not going to be a super long video. I just wanted to let you guys know I'm still here. So I hadn't drawn it right. So let's go back to what I was looking at. So once we swept, like I said, I should have taken this. That would have netted me some stuff, but I did not take that because I was looking at a different thing. And then once I saw, I guess, still not clear. It's almost like the chart's just a smidge different because I wouldn't have taken it otherwise because I need a close above here. And more importantly, I need like a strong close with a down close candle. And this did not give me that. So this is a pretty shitty um setup. And the short, like once they now if I was thinking, let's set my template here for short, then is that yeah, there's a little gap there. So if I was short, I would have taken that. And that would have been an easy short. Hmm. Still a lot to learn about um paying attention to the bias and how they're behaving, and the sheer struggle for them to get up there should have told me that perhaps they wouldn't have wanted to go down, you know? And in that case, then I could have seen how they behaved inside of here, realize that they, once they didn't close above that, then the short was a better plan. And then I would have gotten tagged in with pretty much no drawdown, move my stop, and then just ridden it down to these lows right here and been fine. Yeah. But that's the thing, right? Like as traders, we're constantly learning and growing and uh, being better. But I've decided that like I really just want to take one really good trade a day if I can get away with it. And waiting for that exact setup is perfect. The other thing that's happening is that like I'm slowly learning that um I'm developing different entry models, and some are better than others. And sometimes I focus too hard on the entry model and not the price action in front of me. So then I might just be like, oh yeah, like this I took, it sort of fit into the entry model, but it wasn't like clean like I usually like. So usually I don't bother um, when there's so many candles in the space. It's just like jump up, dark, take, But this was a little bit choppier, and wow, they really just wanted to take those lows out. Good for them. In any case, I think that's it for me today. I hope everything's all right with everyone. Have an awesome weekend that's coming up, and I'll see you soon. Shakira, out.